Now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, we're back. Thanks, Kim Gable. We appreciate that, and we invite you to join us right now because the table is yours. It's 412-575-2600. You can also tweet me at KDPomp, P-O-M-P. We talk about anything that is pertinent with the local sports scene, and that would include NCAA tournament action, even without Pitt in it, of course. They're still looking for their new head coach, and a lot of names have come up. Danny Hurley. My personal choice would be Thad Matta. I would look hard at him. I'd try to convince him to come here and take over this program. He's been successful at 3 different stops, from Butler to Xavier to Ohio State. Turned down the Georgia job. Tom Crean then went right after that one and got Danny Hurley, Thad Matta, Sean Miller. I'd like to hear from you, your take on that. If he gets fired in Arizona or if something happens there, would you take him? There are plenty of red flags, and his top assistant is looking at federal charges right now and maybe in a bad situation. And what if it trickles down to Sean Miller later and Pitt hires him? There are a lot of what ifs. But if you're a Pitt, what do you do? I'd like to hear from all of you on that at 412-575-2600. As I mentioned, crazy day once again. Cincinnati, I never thought they'd lose that game. They had a 22-point lead. Next thing you know, I think it was a 32-8 run to end the game for Nevada, so they advance. And there are a lot of unpredictable parts about this tournament. North Carolina, a 2 seed in their region, they are out. Texas A&M, which was a 7 seed. Texas A&M is one of those teams that when they're hot, they're good, but when they're not, and they've been not a lot, they're not so good. But they were hot today, and they took it to North Carolina, really never allowing Roy Williams' team to get into the game. And what can you say about Syracuse? A lot of people, including me, thought they didn't deserve to be in this field. But one thing I'll say about Jim Boeheim and that pesky zone defense, it does tend to throttle teams. Out of whack, they slow the game down, they take shots they shouldn't take. Michigan State, I thought, should have won that game, but give Syracuse credit. They advanced to the Sweet 16. 55-53 that final score tonight. West Virginia started slowly tonight. They're playing the last game of the round of 32 for a chance to get Bob Huggins to his 9th Sweet 16. They fell behind early but went on a 13-0 run, and they now have the lead in that game, 34-24, late in the first half. So we'll talk about that. Pirates were in action twice today, split the squad and lost both games, although there were good pitching performances in each. Stephen Brault, 4 scoreless innings in the one game, and then Tyler Glasnow finally had a decent outing. 5 innings, 1 run allowed. He struck out 6, but that just reduced his spring even these things from 11 to 8 point something. So Pirate baseball will begin next week. They open the season. As a matter of fact, Comerica. See how that goes for the Pirates and what you expect from them. Steelers, all they did this week was sign 1 player, and that's an inside linebacker. His job is to come in and help whoever is drafted to take over from Ryan Shazier's position. John Bostic today got a 2-year contract pending a physical tomorrow. He's a guy who was a 2nd-round pick originally with the Chicago Bears. Been with 5 different teams, last year with Indianapolis. He was their top tackler with 97. But again, his job is to come in here and add depth to the inside linebacker position. No doubt the Steelers will draft someone in April to take over that spot. The question is, can a rookie come in and make an impact right off the bat? We saw T.J. Watt last year do that, then kind of faded at the end of the season. It's a long season, and college kids aren't used to playing that much. That's why John Bostic was signed. And they don't have all that much money still available to them as they continue to try to restructure and look for other opportunities in free agency. One guy I thought they should have gotten was Tyrann Mathieu. I didn't think so at the beginning because I thought he might be looking at a multi-year deal. But as it turned out, he got a 1-year deal for just $7 million. I say just $7 million, but in athletes' terms, that's much, especially for someone like him. He's young. He's had injuries, yes. Everyone's a risk in football when it comes to injuries, but he's been productive when he's been in there, and he could have looked, I think, very good playing with Sean Davis in the Steelers' secondary in that safety position. But he ends up going to Houston instead. So we'll talk about all these things and more. Give it a call here. It's 412-575-2600. We'll continue and take your phone calls and opinions next, right here live on Pittsburgh CW. It's the home of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on the Bordas and Bordas Hotline. The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.